Yo, what up, what up, what up, my people? Good evening. We are back. My apologies for being a couple of minutes late, y'all. Sitting here watching a good old Christmas movie with my missus. So, it's that time around. This is what we do. So, I apologize to y'all, even though I'm not too late. I know there was a change with the time from 6:05 to 6:45. That's because we were in here watching some movies, so I wanted to continue to do that. Um, Peace to everybody on the Sunday that I didn't speak to, because it might be some of y'all first time coming through in a minute or at all. So shout outs to y'all. Y'all know what we back to do. We back to get back to this boxing talk. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna waste too much time, being that I came in late. But I just ask that everybody respectfully smash that like button on their way in and on their way out. And welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Ellis, what up? What up? What up? What up? Appreciate you. What's up, y'all? Um, Now that I came in late, it kind of changes things because now I don't know how long I might remain on here. We're gonna see what happens if anybody else comes through. But peace to all y'all. I was watching some boxing earlier. Seafood, what's up, man? What up? What's going on? Um, Seafood, look in the link. Look in the link. Look in the message that you and me, you, Gabe is in. Go to that one. Babe, what's going on? What's up? What's the deal? What's the deal? Yeah, Seafood, I'm gonna need you to come up for this one. But what's up though? Peace to everybody. Hope everybody's had a beautiful Sunday. We getting ready for the mall. But this will be the last week, like I said. Christmas special coming up Thursday. Y'all check it Thursday morning. We going in Thursday morning, man. Matter of fact, Wednesday and Thursday. So y'all make sure y'all be around for that. I was watching this fight earlier, y'all, that was on the zone. It was live earlier today. They were out in I forgot what part of Africa that they were in. And it's just crazy to know that how much boxing is actually out there. And shout out to the zone, man. They went hard this year in boxing, man. I mean, they go hard a lot, but this year they really went hard. So shout outs to them for all their hard work. We had that. Some of you guys watch Friday fights. You watch Saturday fights. I had to look over the fights from yesterday because I missed the fights I wanted to look at. I missed seeing my brother Price Taylor versus the Michael Coffey, and I just watched that over today.
Hey, Soraya.
Seafood, what's up?
Yes, it's good. I seen the fight.
Um, well, since I'm here late, man, let's just jump right straight into it, man.
Okay.
What would you grade that performance?
From Price,
Um,
I'll give him a B, maybe B minus, because I know he could do better. I've seen him perform better.
yeah. Now, no, I don't like to discredit fighters because Michael Coffey is a tough fighter. So a lot of people will probably say, man, he should have got that guy out of there. That guy's not what he used to be. And it's crazy that when you go from being 12-0, and then when you start losing, the first thing that people say is 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. You ain't shit no more. It's crazy that that's how people look at you. But I watched it, and it's your man Price caught him with a couple good shots. There was even times I thought he might not get him out of there, but possibly, have him quit in the corner or something. But he caught him. He caught him with a couple good shots, and there was times that Michael, tried to turn it up at the end. He tried to do his thing, but it was all right. I enjoyed it. It wasn't
That
like
guy's
you said the best performance, but I enjoyed it.
yeah, that guy's durable. He's a tough guy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So you can't knock everybody out. I mean, the guy's seasoned too. You know what
that
I'm saying? So
that's what people who don't know and might not know much about Michael Coffey. This is why you need to do your homework. That they'll say that he should have got him out of there.
I
I D Love,
disagree.
we here. So yeah, that's what people would say. He could have got him out of there, and it's hard to say that because Michael Coffey is very tough and he's been around for a while.
Yeah, I disagree. I'm glad he got the W because he's like a couple of fights from better paydays. Um,
Yes.
I think as long as he's winning, remember the name is boxing, it's not called knockout. So he did what he had to do to get the W, and that's what counts. Because
Yes.
had he lost, that would have been a setback for him big.
Yeah. And let's be real. Price is still young, but at the time he's going to be touching 30, and you know how that is eventually when you get to a certain,
Yeah,
there's the opportunities are not going to always be there for you.
right.
Um, and his boxing's funny though, because it seemed like it's not an age thing to me. Seafood, help me out. It's not. See, it seemed like it's not an age thing. It seemed like certain people can get opportunities that others, either it's not their time to get, or they just never will get. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does, but it really depends on who's promoting you. Like whoever's promoting you, invested in you, who's getting you these fights and marketing you. Now, Price is a good marketing tool um, for up and coming events, but I think they should move them so fast. Like let some of the current guys you know kind of retire themselves out so that he can have a real contention stepping in.
Um, I think maybe this doesn't make sense, but this is just how I'm looking at it.
Hmm.
They always looking for that next big star, right? They always next for they always what's going on, Angie? They always looking for especially in heavyweights. They always looking at who's next. Because a lot of these guys you see in heavyweights now, the ones that we're familiar with,
Yeah.
for some of them, their time is I don't want to say their time is up, but eventually that's going to be it for them. And ever since Big Baby Anderson, the other Big Baby, um, so now it's like since you don't see him anymore, and I think he's done. Now they start looking at who could be the next guy.
Well,
Um,
I know personally that Price fought Big Baby. Me and him have conversations about that. That dude can really crack. But the reason why I feel that he's out of here, that Big Baby's out, is because they pushed him too fast.
yeah,
They pushed him too fast. He wasn't ready. He wasn't really matured seasonally, even though he has really, really good skill. But they put him with too much of a higher opposition for him to fail. Um, Nobody's going to turn down money because it's hard to make real good money in your when you got prime real estate. The hardest thing, the hardest thing to do is come back after a major loss like that because just like you lose a fight, you have to go like 3, 4 fights down and build yourself back up again. You know what I'm saying?
what bothers me with that, what bothers me with that is when they move you, right? When they move you, right, that fast. I'm wondering in my mind, what does the trainers have to say about it? Because a lot of these trainers go, we don't make stuff up. Whoever they put in front of us is who we take on. But does at some point, as a trainer, as a coach, Seafood, do you tell your fighter, "Hey, man, we don't need that. At least
Yeah,
not right now. We don't."
yeah. Because remember, the money is the lead to destruction if you push the guy too fast. Sometimes you gotta let your fighter go through some lighter fights or heavy fights or brutal fights but you can't do back-to-back hard fights for a fight, especially if they're heavyweight, because you got to let your body recoup from that training. Getting hit with them blows with them 10-ounce gloves, bro. Some of these guys are 250, 6'9", and they using 10-ounce gloves, bro. You've never been hit
Yo,
with a, you know what I'm saying? Never been hit with a 10-ounce glove, bro. With a big guy like that, bro, I'm telling you, it's different getting hit in the head consecutively like that with no headgear.
I didn't realize Price was damn near. I didn't realize Price was damn near 280. I said,
Yeah,
"Damn, Price, you a big boy."
yeah. Listen, I sparred that guy myself a while ago, and I'm telling you, he can crack. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He didn't hit me full capacity, but just for what I felt, I know it was no joke.
yeah. I I noticed. What round was it? Maybe after the first round, second round, when I looked at Michael Crawford and his eyes started to get a little swole. I said, "Oh, those punches are starting to affect him now." It was starting to get to him, and I said, "Man, Price can crack.
Right,
He can
right,
crack."
yeah.
And for us, we've seen him in person. We've
Right.
seen his sparring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of people who are not familiar with him would be like, well, does he really hit that hard? Because what I saw yesterday didn't impress me, but everybody has an off night. Everybody.
Right.
But that doesn't take away what he can do in that ring. Because if you don't know anything about him, you might want to go back and look at some of his other fights. And believe that was his fifth fight for this year. So Price has been active.
Yeah, he's been active because he's a newbie. He's a new in the game, and they're trying to push him up because they're really trying to promote him. So in the beginning stages, you want to get him his presence out there to get him marketable. Maybe get some people to invest in him. Let him make some money. But simultaneously, as you go up, you get the competition gets more stiff.
Um,
So yeah,
How would you compare how they moved Big Baby in his career, right?
right.
If you were running things, and how would you do with Price? And I'm not even talking about you knowing him, even if you didn't know him, far as like, being in the same space as him. How would you move him totally different from how they move Big Baby?
Well, he had 5 fights this year, right?
Yes.
So let's just say I don't disagree with how they moved him because he's still an up and coming. A lot of the heavyweights that you see now are past their primes. So they looking for the next ones. You know what I'm saying? The next four or
Um,
five, 6 teams. You know what I'm saying? You have to
yeah.
consider that. And
Um,
like Anthony Joshua. Let's use Anthony Joshua there.
yeah.
Anthony Joshua to me has been done since he fought Andy Ruiz. But his, but I so feel it. But
Damn.
he fights a guy like Jake Paul, and he'll look spectacular. He's still suspect at the chin.
Well,
I
I'm not impressed by that. So when everybody's like, yeah, everybody's doing backflips, like we're about to get Wilder and AJ, and I'm like, y'all act like he did something spectacular. Like
but you,
what are we really talking about? What does that do for his career? Yes, that
yeah,
was
but
a big bag, but
no, but you
like,
have to understand they marketing him that way because it's a major platform because it's Jake Paul MVP. He got a lot of money. He has to reestablish himself because he looked bad against Andy Ruiz, um, Usyk. He went back to back failures. He's considered one of the low men, even though he's a name. He's not the top dude. He's the
yeah,
top dude in the UK, but he's not top dude in America. You know what I'm saying? And
no.
even though they put him with a Wilder, even though I feel Dante Wilder's kind of done too, you have to think about it would still make a good matchup because of what they established previously. Anthony Joshua is a restoration fighter. Like he's being restored, trying to be restored. That's what I give Eddie Hearn props for. Like he knows how to promote guys. I give it to him. But he gets one good hit. When he fights Tyson Fury, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets knocked out. Against
Um,
a caliber fighter is different than fighting somebody like Jake Paul.
I, you know, I don't, I can't say I don't want to see this because then it would kind of be favoritism. I would never want Price or anybody that's like him to end up in a situation where they run into like they think they ready for somebody like a Mark Bacoli and mess around going there and damn near get punched. You know, I mean, every time I think about that fight that Big Baby was in, and I said, damn, you run into somebody like
Somebody
that.
like that. Yeah, but
Um,
why not spar him? Why not see what the temperament of the elite
yeah,
fighters
yeah,
are?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
this sparring and fighting, 10 ounces and 16 ounces, 18 ounces is different. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
even though Price is stepping up his game, he still
yeah,
needs elite seasoning. He don't got the special sauce yet. If not, they would have. If he did, they would have promoted him and pushed him a little bit faster. He still needs experience on that
yeah.
level. You know what I mean? And he's a
Um,
small guy. He's not considered a really big guy
yeah,
amongst the big guys. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's crazy because when you see it, you want the best for a fighter. You want the best, especially when you know you.
Yeah.
Hold on for 1 second, people.
Okay.
There we go. Um, People be doing too much. Uh, nah, beautiful. You don't time them out. You get rid of them.
Say it again.
Now I was talking to beautiful. I said don't time them out. Hide them. We don't time people out here. We hide them.
Hey, beautiful, what's good?
Yeah. So yeah, hide them. Get them out of here.
So, Ryan, I like the new photo pic you got put up.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. Hide them. That's all you gotta do. Yeah. So anyway, I'm watching the performance and everything, and like I said, I'm familiar with Michael Coffey, and but to see Price in there, I just loved it because it was just like, yo, man, I know this guy, man. I've watched this guy work. I've watched Price sparring. I don't want him to end up in a situation where, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is boxing. You can't protect guys, but there is a such thing as I don't think he's ready for that. Um, and like you said, why not spar a guy to test him out, protect the temperature?
He-
Um,
He's my big baby.
yeah,
Big baby is now slouch, bro.
yeah,
He wasn't ready for a Bacoli, but I'm pretty sure he couldn't. That was a money situation where he couldn't turn it down. You know, Alashiki is paying. I mean, Alashiki, what is his name? Alashiki is definitely paying. Not
yeah,
Alashiki. I mean, your Excellency, whatever.
yeah,
He's really paying top notch dollars that you won't see from these American promoters. So why not jump on that? And that's a serious case of big man, small man. Even though Jared Harrison is a big guy, he's not big like Bacoli. He's not big like Anthony Johnson. He's not big like the Klitschko's. He's not big like, you know what I'm saying? Price is considered a small heavyweight in terms of size. Can he crack? Yeah, but we don't know if he could crack with those guys. He still needs more seasoning. So they really try to market him because the you want the commentators to have his name in their speeches, even at other fights. So that's the scenario. You know what I'm saying? And I think if they move him the way I think they're going to move him, it's great. But he doesn't really need no real stiff opposition right now. The other guy, the guy that he just fought, is seasoned. Like that guy's good. One punch
yeah.
knockout.
Michael, you know what? People won't give him credit for the people that because man, they said this Michael Coffey dude was off for 2 years. Price has been active 5 times this year. That's not fair. And I go, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, bro.
Yeah, they don't. I would just ignore comments like that because they're not fighters. They don't understand the business aspect of the thing. They wanted Coffee to be something, but he wasn't that dude. But he still was a formidable fighter. Like you can't knock him for that. The way they fight Price, they put in Price with now seasoned names. Him fighting guys like that now is going to change his whole training regimen. People don't look at it like that. They think about fighters. Look at the training regimen is going to step up. Look at how many rounds he's doing. fight type of fight, 6 to 8 rounds or whatever the case may be, from 4 to 6 to 8 to 10. That's a
Yeah.
big step up in your training.
Yeah.
So when people say stuff like what they say, yo, shut the F up, man, because you don't know what you talk about.
They don't know
Gladiator
what they talk
sparring,
about. They don't know what they talking about. They just be running their mouth. Like I said, they don't be watching boxing. They
right?
just watch. They just watch. They
The
just
action.
watch
They just
whoever they
like the
like.
action.
You know what I'm saying? Because to them, boxing is all about. To them, boxing is all about who can get a stoppage, who can get a knockout,
Right.
who looks like they're the meanest dude. Like I don't want to say there's no real boxing fans because they are, but you just got a whole bunch of people just talking a whole bunch of shit and don't know what they talking about. They don't know what they watching.
Listen, I've knocked guys out myself. I'm telling you, but knockouts are not guaranteed in fights. They're not.
You
You know
can
what
you let me first of all, you can get knocked out. You could get knocked out trying to knock
I'm
somebody out.
saying? Yeah, exactly. The name of the game is called boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing, not knockout.
You know what I mean?
You know
So
what I mean?
a lot of people don't understand that and they think because they've been watching boxing for a certain amount of years, that makes them know everything about it. And I'm like, no, it's more to it.
Right, right.
You know, it's more to it. So and people don't understand that. You know what I mean?
Well,
But it is what it is. But I was happy for him, to see him in there. It felt good to sit and watch him, knowing that, the great thing about being in boxing is being able to see people that you know,
right,
that you've hung around, and that when they come back to the gym, you can actually talk to them about the fight, and they can ask you, how you think I looked?
right.
And they
Well,
go, give me your
I,
honest opinion. Because I used to
well,
never want to give my honest opinion because I didn't want people looking at me
no,
like,
you have
you're
to.
just
You
a,
have to keep it real with
you
them,
just,
bro.
yeah, no. But my thing was, I didn't want to be looked at as you're just a content creator guy. But a lot of guys started respecting me because they go, even though you haven't competed, you're in these gyms.
Right. Yeah,
So,
like
yeah,
I respect the criticisms that you say because you know what it is. You're not just you're involved. You know what I'm saying? A
yeah,
lot of people are
yeah,
not
yeah.
involved.
Yeah, a lot of
And
people are not involved, and I'm
yeah,
always fair. I'm always fair with it. So when I try to be fair with it, the first thing they do is, "Oh, you saying that because you don't want to get caught up in no drama." I'm like, no, I'm saying it because that's how I feel.
right, right, right.
If you ask me something, I'm gonna tell you how I feel on it.
Listen, I just think, like I said, I'm Price has been there for helping me out with my team when we needed sparring. He's always gave kind words when I to help out some of my fighters and just talk to them. Even the ladies on the team. He knows Candace very well. And I'm telling you, bro, that dude's he's gonna be an entity in the game. The thing is, I just hope that they move it right and know when to slow him down, because every fight does not have to be a war. You don't need that type of wear and tear on your body. They don't. People don't understand. You're doing a 6 week, 8 week camp, bro. The 8 week camp is intense. It's not like
Yeah.
you're going around shooting basketball drills. It's totally different. The constant banging on your body, the calisthenics that you have to do, the weight training, the way you eat, the dieting. People don't consider all these things that are in this game. And not to mention the early runs, the late. Sometimes you got to train like 2 or 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? I know Amanda Serrano trains 3 times a day. And each time that she trains, she's doing different things. So big up to Price for entering the game and following his dream, because he wanted to be a basketball player, but then when that didn't work because he had got an injury, he went into boxing. So he is athletic, you know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of how they want to promote him. And I think Salida Promoters will do a good job with him.
Yeah, I think they got the right heavyweight in their hands. But let me ask you, when did you know that he was going to be special?
Oh, when in the amateurs, he's gifted, bro. Like the guy doesn't look. He's a very comedic guy. He's all about having fun. He's all about helping out people, which I give it to him. Um, he's not a boastful guy, but in the amateurs, he's never really stayed in the gym. to a degree like he's all year round. He just comes when it's time for the tournament to go. He trains and then he goes in and he works, and,
Yeah.
and he wins. Like not many people can do that. So you definitely have to have a gift with that. Hopefully, as it gets a little bit more intense, I think the level of concentration that he's going to need. Shout out to Bo Harris when I say concentration camp. Um, you have to understand the level of discipline and focus you need for something that he's trying to build. When you're dealing with other people who have to make decisions for you because you're the product, you have to act accordingly. You can't be playing around. One time he sparred the other week. He sparred bad in the gym. Like he had a couple of bad rounds, and he was like, he came up to me like, yo, see, this is another day in the gym. I said, nah, bro, you are a professional now. There are no more bad days. You got to step up your
Yeah.
game. Matter of fact, you got to come back and get that back. Just like that, I told him. You can ask him yourself. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna come back. I hyped him up. He said, yeah, I'm gonna come back. Yeah, you gotta come back because the gym we in is different. Everybody step up their game, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Especially being a hell. Shit, you gonna catch hell in there if you ain't on your if you're not on point, you gonna catch hell in there.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think right now it looks very good for him as long as he stays focused and not get distracted by people because he knows a lot of people. Hopefully he doesn't fall in the I gotta please you category. I think he'll be really good.
um, when you're in a position like these fighters, right, and people expect so much from you, how do you block out all the noise, man? Because it's so much that these guys, well, so much that people expect these guys to do, and they're only one person. So how do you block all that out? Or you can't. It's just something that comes with it.
No, I'll keep it real with you. You have to definitely have to keep God first. You have to have a strong team, not yes team. You have to have the team that's going to tell you, nah, bro, you bugging. No, we're not doing that. Or we need to do this when you don't want to do it. You need those type of members on your squad. If you don't have that type of team and that type of coaching, then you're definitely setting yourself up for failure. You can't be in a circle where you're the commodity and everybody's trying to milk off of you. You got to have everybody delegated to do something that's really trying to produce for the betterment of the team. You know what I'm saying? The team is the family. If you have that type of support, then you'll be fine. That in a way, I felt like Big Baby didn't have that. Therefore, he was destined to be the crash test dummy at one time. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame that it's like that, but there are people who look good and they getting all these people, they on the spotlight, they getting custom stuff, people things given to them, money's coming. But you can't spread that money too loosely because you'll lose it quickly.
Yeah.
And I think Benny's in a not Benny, Price is in a situation where he knows that he's still, like I said, he's still, even though he's rising up, he still chills around us. You know what I'm saying? Like he hasn't changed. It's like this is why I give Amanda a lot of props because their personalities have not changed over the years. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So you have to respect them for that. Some people
No.
get the big head, bro. You already know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, people be trying to make it seem like, yo, I'm still down, and then you see how they move, and you like, yeah, this dude is on this, he on that funny shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Because some people just be waiting for the opportunity to show you who they really are.
Well, it's definitely going to show in the next few fights because you know the a lot of things with him that I won't say online because he's a good dude.
Yes.
Some things have to be adjusted. But we can speak behind closed doors on that. But I
Yeah.
like Bryce, man. I think he's a good dude, man. I really see he has really, really great potential. So hopefully, he'll still keep his hands together, stay on his knees and prayer minded, and he'll go in the route that God leads him to. So that's what I feel about him.
Um. So of course, with that, we had oh God, what's his name again? We had Tony Harrison come back last night.
Oh, you
Um.
spoke you had him on interview?
No. We had him. No, we didn't have him, but he fought. He fought yesterday.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought
Uh,
he did.
yeah, he fought yesterday.
Yeah.
He
Or what?
fights at he fights at 60 now.
Oh, okay. Well, Tony Harrison got skills.
He
You
did
know.
pretty good. I mean, he got caught and got clipped. You know what I mean? But he was able to come right back, right back. I like what I saw for him, but
What you talking
uh,
about?
at
Bushes.
the end, at the end, oh, that's when you mean you're listening. If you don't
Oh,
comment, that means you just what this is what a lot of these, not saying babe, but a lot of these people sometimes when they come in and you don't see them smashing the like button and you can see how many people's on your channel, that's because there'd be a lot of people in the bushes. They listening to what you talking about, and
oh, okay.
they trying to make sure that you ain't talking about nobody or they want to see what you're talking about. So that's why she said she was in the bushes. But babe, she family, so it's all good. So he did what he did last night. He looked good at 60. I was impressed. But at the
Yeah.
end, he was talking about he wanted to see the top competition, and he happened to call out Earl Spence.
He's tripping. I mean, no. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I, I'm not saying that because I think Errol could beat him. I'm saying it because you just got back in, bro. You still got to season up a little bit, just like Errol. Errol is not coming back in unless he's getting a guaranteed win. That'll be a great matchup after like a couple of fights. But
Yeah,
you still gotta prove yourself with somebody like that, and he's still considered the comeback guy. He's not really the A guy. He's more like the B, maybe B minus guy. Come trying to get back to A top contention because the money's available now. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to be in that network, which I don't knock it. But to fight somebody like Errol, I mean, you definitely need a good dancer partner, but I don't think it should be Errol. I think it should be somebody else like a level, like a top, like a five guy, like a 5 or 6 number guy. You know what I'm saying? If he's in the rankings, but his name will
yeah,
make some noise. He'll be considered a journeyman, maybe not a journeyman, but somewhat of a journeyman because he beat the Charlo and he lost to Tim Zoo, but at the same time is he's still gotta he's still gotta get a little bit more seasoned. Just because you're in the gym doesn't mean you're seasoned, bro. You still gotta perform. Your performance game gotta be on point.
yeah. When I heard him, I mean, when he called out Earl, I was like, oh, I
I
said,
would have
okay,
said, yeah, I
okay.
wish I was online with him because I would really, bro, you wilding right now. Because
I,
he would have asked me, well, why
no,
you
but
feel like that?
he could no, but he did that. He did that right after his fight, as he was being interviewed by Paulie Montanelli. He was he said it in the interview after, like when they interviewed him after the fight. He was like, "Yeah, I think that fight with me and Earl would be great."
Right. I mean, you talk to your opinion, but he wants to get to the point where they're going to talk about it in the media. I mean, it's a smart strategy, but as far as him really being ready for somebody like that, that remains to be seen.
I think, in my opinion, um, trying to call somebody to get up off the couch to fight is cool, but um, a lot of these guys, I mean, I can't speak for all of them, but you could tell by the way they move that a lot of them are not interested. Not so much in the person that's calling them out, but a lot of people are just on their own time. And like, I'll come back to boxing when I feel like it. Some say I'm chilling and relaxing because it's a lot that comes with it. Because it doesn't matter what you do, good or bad, you get
Right.
criticized
Right. Well, I
by
mean,
these
that's
so-called
the
people
nature
who
of
claim
life.
they love the sport of boxing. They love you when you're winning. When you're winning and you're doing everything that they want you to do, everything is great. And
Yeah, yeah,
then,
that's just the nature of black people. We always
yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
criticized.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I can't disagree with that. I can't
We're
disagree
always,
with it. I
right,
can't disagree
we're
with it.
always gonna get criticized. But I mean, I like the call out. Well, he has to understand that Errol has to fight at a higher weight, which is going to be more comfortable for him because he is a higher walking weight fighter than he fought at 47. They all try to become weight dominant. by as bigger guys to fight the smaller guys to make the money, then escape with it. I understand that, right? But
Yeah,
a comeback fight with him and Tony Harrison will not be will not be is as a good talk, but he's still not on Errol level in terms of popularity. He can't sell the arena like Errol can. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, so yeah, I mean, I understand the call out, but he's tripping to think that he would get that fight. And if he does get it, yo, that's what's up. But I seriously doubt it.
You know what? Nothing surprises me in boxing. Nothing surprises me anymore. But boxing is so predictable that sometimes you can just be like, yeah, I already know how this is gonna go. I know how this
Yeah.
movie's gonna go. Like, brother, you can forget it. I mean, it's so predictable. That's why when you hear a lot of people, these so-called fans, acting like they know what's up, and I'm like, y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all just be talking. Y'all don't
Yo,
know what's
bro,
going on.
I really want to see like going into the next year, like the first quarter is going to be exciting for boxing. Like no lie, January, February, March is going to be exciting
I think it
because
is. For what I've seen already, to me, I have no beef with what we're getting. You know what I'm saying? And starting off with January 31st, just with the Shakur and Lopez, I'm fine with that. I'm more than fine with it. I can't wait. I'm waiting for them to put the application out so I can put my damn credentials in. I
oh
can't
yeah, yeah,
I
because that's
can't
going to be
wait.
at that's Barkley or Garden.
That's the Garden.
Oh, bro, listen. The more I watch Tio, the more I'm starting to change my prediction for him. And I don't like Tio, but I'm starting to favor him a little bit.
But you have every right. Now, somebody who don't understand why you're doing that is gonna
Yeah.
go, "Why are you picking that racist?" And I go, "Man, stop it, stop it,
Yeah,
stop it,
I'm not picking
stop
a
it."
person because he black. You know what I'm saying? I didn't vote for Obama, so it is what it is, bro.
Like, some people just do too much, man. Some people just look for any reason to not like somebody. Stop it, stop
Yeah,
it. We're talking about what a person can do in the ring.
right.
Now,
Exactly.
what they say outside the ring, they got to suffer the consequences. You understand what I'm saying? But at the
Right.
end of the day, you can't take away from what they could do in the ring. I like that. When I watched Shakur's last performance with William Cepeda and me and Tiff was actually in the building,
Hmm.
I wasn't disappointed with him. I wasn't disappointed with him because number one, William Cepeda is no joke.
Right.
He's so we're not gonna act like, you know what I'm saying? Well, who the hell is William Cepeda? Like
Right.
we're not gonna do that. Even though
But
I think even though I think Tevin Farmer beat him, but that was just my opinion. My opinion.
right, right. I
You
still
don't have to
think.
agree.
I mean, because Shakur would kill. What's his name? What's the guy's name you just mentioned? His dance partner. Cepeda's dance partner before. Oh,
Tevin
Farmer.
Farmer.
Yeah, I think Shakur would kill Farmer, but it's more competitive for that him and Cepeda to fight because it's definitely a definite fight that Shakur had to step up his game. But the difference is people are doing comparisons for the Teofimo fight, and you cannot compare the two because Cepeda is nowhere on the level of a Teo. And although he throws a lot of volume punches, he throws a lot of dummy punches. I don't think Tio would do that. I think Tio's a setup guy. And because he has speed with the power, it makes the fight very interesting against Shakur. So,
Yeah.
like the minuses and pluses of Shakur's hands, and then him throwing more volume, even though he's good defensively, but that doesn't win fights if you're not landing punches yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it
Yeah.
on the fighter level. Not many people gonna look at it like that. They just think, oh, they hear the rumors about Shakur. Oh, he's defense this, defense that. Yeah, but yo, can he beat the elite dudes? That now we're gonna see because
I don't
whoever
really
wins
worry
the
about
fight,
I
huh?
don't know. I don't really worry about them people who speak that because you got to understand you're dealing with people that ain't never threw a jab a day of their life. People who have never walked into a gym. So a lot of times when people talk that, I mean, everybody has the right to voice their opinion. But then when you listen to some people, it's not even opinions, it's criticism. And it's criticism for some shit that they ain't never did a day of their life. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't pay attention to those people because I realize now I can't get upset at that, especially when guys who have done fights that's not even considered sanctioned fights, when they make comments, I just don't even listen to them anymore
no,
because
no, you can't. Because what you do is and because that's what they like to do. A lot of these guys like to get fighters and get coaches and call themselves trying to pick their brain.
yeah,
Or
right,
they wait for the opportunity to go. If I ever could talk to a coach or a fighter, I'm gonna pick their or what they think they picking your brain as if you're new to the sport, but you can't pick my brain on something that I've been doing. Now you could
right,
ask me some very good questions, and I could give you some very good answers. But if you think that you're gonna outsmart me in something that I've been doing, you got to be
right,
out of your mind. And I think that's what a lot of them do. Because if you look at a lot of these, I go to some of these channels and I look at when they have fighters and coaches, and then I hear the questions, and then the questions turn into criticism, and then I go, "Yo, this is the reason why we'll never be able to get nobody on the show because of your stupid ass.
yeah,
Like, why would you ask them that, dumbass?
right, right,
Like we already being looked at as we don't know what we doing and we don't know what we talking about. So when you do stuff like that, I go, you see, that's exactly why I'm glad y'all are over where y'all at because you can't come to where I'm at.
right.
Because
That's
I
what I'm
like to give
saying.
everybody the opportunity to express themselves. Coaches, fighters. It's like if you go to another channel or something and you might not get the same response on that other channel that you get here. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just, you know what I mean? So the atmosphere is always different. But a lot of these dudes, I'll be listening to them sometime. I'll be like, bro, you started watching boxing when?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
When?
yeah. It's funny. I mean, again, I mean, there's some people I can't knock everybody because some people who have it for are pretty logical, but I just very
No,
few.
yes, they are. You don't have to. I'm not. All these guys don't have to have fought to know what they're talking about. Some people have. They do great breaking down boxing.
Right,
They do amazing. And then you
right,
got those that get their information out of a fucking cereal box.
right, right,
I'm
right.
like,
But
wait a minute, what bum ass magazine have you been reading?
yo, I don't even go. Yo, remember how they used to have the articles up now because of social
Yeah.
media? We go to the videos now. Like the one person I hate, I don't care if he's in front of me, I would stay in front of him. The one person though I cannot stand to hear talk is Kid Austin's father. Oh my God, this guy, bro, I'm
Yo,
telling you, he
I be
makes me
mad.
feel
They
so
be calling him
unprepared.
RT Schofield. I be like, why y'all doing that?
Yeah,
Like, why y'all
I
doing
need to
that?
take a shot of something like Hennessy or something when he's on the line because that guy's different. I hate listening to him, bro. I hate listening
Um,
when he gets on. I just switch to the next video,
because
bro.
of social media too, is open the door for a lot of people just to open up their mouths. Rather if you know what you're talking about or not.
Yeah,
And it's
I I
crazy. It's
I don't
crazy.
like the I don't like the soft voice. You know, that's just picking on him. But what I hate that he talks to people in a condescending way as if you schooling me on something. Granted, I like the information that you're giving, but do you have to say it like that, bro? That makes me feel confrontational when he speaks to me like that. Now I
Um,
understand why my man from Greg Hackett like called him out that time.
yeah, Greg is a great dude. One of my shout out to Greg Hackett, my Philly brother. But that's the last person you want a confrontation with.
Facts, bro. I be like, yo,
Greg,
what he called him
Greg is
out?
the type that he might not come looking for you, but if you ever in Philly and you talking crazy, I'm just letting you know. If you ain't ever watched that fight he had in the street, some of y'all better go do your homework. That's not the guy to be going back and forth with. But
Right,
yeah, But the thing is though, a lot of these guys, because their sons or their fighters are in the position,
right.
they feel like they're able to say and do whatever they want. Forgetting that we really don't. We only know who you are because of who your son is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with a father promoting their son.
Right.
I
I
have
don't
no,
knock
I
that,
have no
but I
issue
don't
with that.
like that he has to be in the interviews all the time.
Yes,
What the
that's what I
fuck is
don't
that
like.
in? Are you put him to come on, bro? That's
But
killing me right there.
and you know what? I've seen a lot of fathers that's in boxing do it. I love it that they're there for their sons. It's a beautiful and amazing thing. But at some point, you got to know when to fall back. Hey, you got any questions? Go ask my son. I'm just here
Right,
for my son.
right, right.
I don't mind asking about 4 or 5. I'll answer about 4 or 5 questions. But after that, this is really my son. You know,
No,
go
no,
talk to my.
no. You know who I like hearing talk though? Keep it real with you. Uh, Danny Garcia's father. I love hearing him talk, bro.
Um,
That guy's entertainment.
you know what? Even when you talk to him off camera,
Yeah.
he still has that same energy.
Yo, real talk. I love hearing him talk, bro. That dude is entertainment.
And I've been around them guys for a while. I can't wait till they have their next fight because hopefully it'd be somewhere where I could pull up for it. But I remember going to PA. They had a fight in PA, Newtown, Pennsylvania, and I went out there. That was the second show I did. He did, and I went out there. Some of the content creators from New York was out there, and Four Corners and all of us, and we talking to him, and he had us. We were standing in the parking lot. He had us laughing. That
Yeah,
angel crazy, but he had us
yeah,
laughing.
yeah. He's
Yeah,
hilarious. Bro. I
he's
can listen to
laughing.
him.
He was
I
like,
can
"Yo, we
listen.
wanted." He said we wanted the rematch with Ponytail, but we ain't never get it. He called Keith Thurman Ponytail.
Yo, yo, that guy is funny, bro.
he's he's. Let me tell you something. There's been a lot of fathers slash trainers, but I promise you, that's the one guy that nobody's gonna never ever forget.
Yeah, I like to hear him talk, but you know he makes you open your mind up. But this guy, even though what he's saying, Austin C is what he's saying is legitimate. I just don't like the way he talks. Like if you don't listen or you have something to interject, he always got to say something crazy.
Yeah, babe. We talking about Floyd Schofield Senior. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, you got it. A lot of them like to live through their kids. A lot
Right,
of them, right? A lot of them do. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting the best for your child.
right,
Every parent wants their child to do better than what they did. But when you start living through them and some of their shine becomes your shine, and you start to shine just a little more than they do, it's
right,
like, when do you sit there and say it's not about me? It's about him.
right,
And if you're going to do it, you can't be up there with a zesty voice.
right.
You
Yeah,
know
so
what I'm
right,
saying?
you would have liked
You
you would have liked
who's
that.
gonna take you serious? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But you know, hey, at the end of the day, I just be like, hey, man, if the cameras, if the people want it, if the people want it, he's gonna keep popping up. Because remember, he can't be there if the cameras are not interested.
right.
If the people that's
No, but he's
behind cameras,
entertainment. But
if, if
he really is entertainment. Like I gotta give him his props for that because
yeah,
some dads need to be in there. And he's not he's necessary in the terms of building the fight because he makes you want to like, yo, can we speak to Angel? You know what I'm saying? It's not even so much Danny. Yo, can we speak to Angel? Like I like the way he talk,
Angel
man.
Garcia is a trainer that can never be forgotten. When that guy is gone, there's a lot of trainers that you're going to be able to say out there that was unique. But let me tell you something. Whenever you heard that Danny Garcia was fighting, you knew it was going to be some shit because you knew Angel was going to come to the press conference on some. I'm gonna tell you a story. I was in the Models across the street. That's right now is the training center for Liberty. And when he was fighting Zab Judah, and they pulled up for the signing, and I'm sitting there like that was the first time I really got a glance at him,
Right,
and I said, "This Angel guy is crazy."
right.
And I'm
Yeah, but
thinking, is he putting on an act? And then it's like, no, man, this is him.
no, he's not shook. He kind of reminds me of me a little bit because he don't give a damn, bro, what he says in public. But you got to give him his props because he's entertainment.
Yo, let me tell you something. And I told Zab this. When he told Zab at the press conference to take the fucking Janet Jackson hat off, I died. I died. I died right there. I died. I died.
Yo, that's crazy.
But when he kept calling Keith Thurman
Yeah,
ponytail, I was like, yo, he was very entertaining.
yeah,
And and Angel Garcia is very necessary.
but
He's very. It's a lot of. It's a listen. I don't get mad at when I see these fathers. Rather if we like
right,
them or not. When you start going down a list of guys who had their fathers, rather if they was their managers, their trainers, or whoever, it's a beautiful thing.
right,
But it's kind of hard to ask them to turn the volume down and not be in the spotlight so much. It's kind of hard because it's gonna happen anyway. Because there's always going to be somebody running up to them with a camera.
right.
Um,
I think he's.
wanting to talk to them.
I'm starting to think Austin Senior was a neglected guy. He blossomed late in life. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Yeah, I think
you
he
know
was
what?
a
I always like to say on my channel, and this is crazy. I always say you already know who was popular coming up, and you know who weren't.
right, right, right,
You
right,
know who was, you know who in high school who was popping, who had the girls, who had the popularity. Versus, you see how some of these guys act on social media. You can tell them they didn't have their first real kiss with a woman until they was 25. Like they never really had no friends like that. You see the behavior, a lot of these dudes, it lets you know everything you need to know about how they grew up.
right, right,
Because
right.
because I always tell people I was popular even when I was disliked. I'm popular now and I'm still disliked.
Right,
And it's a good thing. I don't trip. Listen, you can't have everybody love you.
right.
If everybody love you and nobody dislike you, you might want to question that. You know what I'm
Um,
saying? You got
yeah.
people who love seafood, and then you got some people that go, I can't stand his do rag ass. It happens. But
Yeah,
I was happy for Price, man. I just want them, to just being that we care for him. So maybe people will say it's favoritism, but it's different when you really know a fighter. I never understood what that means, Sinful, about really knowing the fighter. And knowing them is not just knowing them from seeing them fight. You actually had conversations with them.
right.
You watch them spar, you watch them train. I'm hoping just like every other fighter like him, they just move him right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, it just I'm indirectly in the camp because again, he really looked out, helped me out with some of my guys as far as when I need him for come in for sparring and stuff like that.
He's done it a couple times. Even at Green, I've been there and he's
Yeah,
helped a couple times.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Even that green, like I would just
Yeah.
pull him up. Um, one time he see me really wild out at an event. Um, and then sometimes I'm like, yo, you need to go talk to these guys. These guys don't understand. So being that he's a fighter, he would jump in there with them and make them
I,
understand.
I watched him at Cops and Kids one day, put beat. I forgot it was another pro fighter. I think one of Andre Uncle shout out to Unc. Um I watched him put the beats on this dude at a sparring one day. It was a Saturday. I can't forget it. And they was
Oh,
telling. He told me a couple days before he seen me in Green. He's like, "I'm gonna be at Cops and Kids. You should pull up. I'm gonna be doing some sparring." And I get up there. I'm doing my regular stuff, pulling out my camera and whatever.
right.
And he get one of Dre's fighters and beats the. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, but see, Dre, that's how Dre wanted though. Dre is
Yeah,
like that. But see,
yeah,
that's the only thing I got against Dre is that sometimes he pushes the guys a little too fast. And then they don't the durability of their career, even if they make millions, it's different. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that would be the only thing that I could say because I respect Dre a lot, like a lot.
yeah.
You know,
He's one of my. Yeah, I love Onk. I love Onk. I always make sure I
I
speak to
always,
Onk. There's always love when I see him.
yeah, I always gonna give him respect, but it's just like sometimes that's the situation where you gotta go with the flow. You want to be the trainer in the game with your fighter. I understand that, but sometimes you can't push a guy too fast, or not even push him too fast, push him to too much hard fights because the body got to recoup, bro.
Let me
And that's
ask
a
you something, people. You think that when I'm just asking though, that why do you think they do that? Do they think that the sooner they do that, maybe? the money come, my lifestyle will change? I mean, what is it? What is it that makes
Um,
them say that it's time for me? Well, I want to see. I think my fighter is ready for this, and I'm gonna push him as much as I can. But it's okay when it's time. But when it's not time, um, who's to blame for it?
well, I mean, a lot of it is the matchmaking team, but when you have belief in your fighter, you think he could beat certain people. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I don't knock it, but this you have to. It should not be just the trainer and the fighter who talks about that. Like I think I would have loved to see Danny Jacobs fight Canelo earlier than when he did. You know what I'm saying? Even when he fought Triple G, I just think he should have fought them sooner. But
He
you
did
know,
pretty. You know what? I'm proud of him. He did pretty damn good with the both of them,
no,
man.
he did good. But
And
again,
you got to
he was
remember,
another.
he fought them at a time where not saying anybody ducked them, but he fought them at a time when nobody was really quick to fight them like that.
Right, but I'm saying, think about it. When they pushed, when he came in the game, he was fighting all the time. He was, I mean, De La
Yeah,
Hoya really promoted him, like really
yeah,
promoted him. So he
yeah.
rode the wave. I ain't knocking it, but I just feel for certain style matchups, certain things, it's not the time for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have loved to from Kirkland. Remember Kirkland, the guy that Ann Wolf used to train, and
James
then
Kirkland.
when James Kirkland was fighting and then got the big head, and then he left Ann Wolf. I would have loved to see how he would have did with Ann Wolf training him for that fight against Canelo.
Well,
I
the
would have
thing
loved to
was,
see how
Wolf didn't want him to take that fight, and he was on
that.
some. I'm taking it anyway, with the without you.
No, he thought he could do it without her. It wasn't so much
Yeah,
that he didn't want to take it to fight. It's just that I just think there's certain methods to madness that you need to have, certain ingredients to the pie that you need to have, not do it because remember the fighter is not the DJ. The coaches are the DJ. We the ones that play the music. Nobody's coming to the party if we're not playing the music the right way. You feel me? So if you're the performer who's going to perform, you can't take out certain things because of money or you got the big head thing. You know what I'm saying? Certain things don't work without certain things. Like I don't think Amanda Serrano would have been who she was without Jordan. Without Jordan, I don't think I always told them that. Without Jordan, I don't think she would have been who she was. Cause that
does she?
dude,
Did she ever agree with you on that?
of course he does. But Jordan doesn't think that. Me and him have debates about that. And I'm like, yo, bro, without you, she wouldn't be who she is now. Because he's a I've been in the gym with him, bro. Yo, I've seen things that Jordan done with Amanda that bug you out, bro. But at the same time is I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You if
And
you we,
let's be real. Let's be real though. He
yeah.
has to feel some kind of way. He has to feel the same way because you wouldn't have been with her this long. It wasn't just about you knowing her. For you to be there this long, um, because it takes chemistry also too. It has to be something there for a fighter and coach to last this long. You know what I mean? So he at some point he had to see it the same way because he's been with her all this time. And even though she went through the three losses with Katie, you still here. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Right.
She didn't say at one time, you know what? I lost to this chick three times. It's time for me to get rid of you, maybe. Maybe it's time to go a different route.
Right.
And
Right.
because I'm telling you, fighters be on some bullshit. They lose one important fight, and you gotta go. It's just one fight.
Right. Whatever.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
Like people. So when I look at them, I go, I like that. When I look at Danny and his father, Danny Garcia and Angel, because even though somebody's your father, you can still give them their walking papers.
Yeah,
So
true. But I'm
when I
saying it
see stuff,
because
when I see
I
stuff
know the
like that,
method.
it's
Like
beautiful.
that's what I'm saying. I know the method of like how when Andre trains his guys, and then when Jordan trains his people, and I understand the madness. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes like we see it. You know what I mean? So when they make the comments, they making performance comments. They're not making to see like what they did in the preparations. When I asked Amanda what really happened in the Katie Taylor fight, she told me she got injured in sparring from in the preparation. Nobody knows that, but she told me that. And I was like, nah,
She
now
know
I'm
it
at peace
wasn't.
with it.
She know it wasn't gonna go nowhere when you told her because y'all been close like that. So she know you wasn't gonna run nowhere with that information.
No, but I had to feel it because I know her personally. I know how she rocks. I know how she works out. I told her I had to pull her to the side in the gym. Yo, man, I just need to know for myself so I could be at peace with it. What really was going on? And then they told me, her and Jordan don't want them telling me. Separate occasions and together. And I totally now I'm good with it. So if anybody says anything about that fight, then I could defend it because I'm not just their friend in front of their face. I'm their friend behind their back too. You know what I'm saying? Like I represent them. So when people get it twisted, don't know whatever. I'm telling you that's wasn't whatever. And when we talk about our brother Price, who's right now, who's getting to a point where he's going to start leading the march up into greatness, or success before the greatness, then I'm pretty sure he'll have great testimony. But he hasn't changed since. That dude is doing his thing. He's going to be able to take care of his family on another level, hopefully one day. And that's what's up, man. That's the thing. Even with Berlanga, man. Ever since Berlanga got whatever, I haven't seen him since. But I've known him since he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a
Yeah,
lot of.
he's been at some fights. I know when Eric Taluga was training, he was in the videos. We've been seeing him, and I know he's supposed to make a comeback. We don't know exactly when, but I'm glad to see that he's okay. That's the most important thing. Everybody's still on what happened with July 11th. Okay, it happens. He's not the first fighter that it's happened to, but it was the first time it happened to him. I said, y'all act like he'd been struck 4 or 5 times like that. Remember, that was the first time it happened. It happens to the best. I'm just glad to see that he was able to come back because let's just be honest. You get hit like that, there ain't no guarantee you making a comeback. Something can
Yeah,
easily go wrong. Something can get damaged. That one shot like that can have you sit down for the rest of your life.
listen, when Anthony Joshua caught Jake Paul with the uppercut before he caught him with the right hand. People don't understand the leverage of that shot coming from an upward position and to get hit flush with it, to run, to go to a corner, get trapped, and get hit with a straight right hand to get knocked down. Yo, they don't understand the leverage of the punch as well as they don't understand the integrity of a 10-ounce glove, bro. They don't even know they
Man,
have to wrap with gauze and tape. That makes you feel like a cast. People don't get that, bro. Like
let
they
me tell you
don't
something.
understand that.
They don't understand that. When I was moving around working out with when you had me working out with Joshua Peters, right? When you had me moving around with him, that was just something light. But even in the ring, I was like, God damn, I'm tired,
Yeah,
man. And
listen,
this kid too damn fast for me. He's too. I said, man,
yo, listen. Did Joshua ever tell you how I got to train him?
how? You never told me.
I, I beat him up in sparring. That's how I
Oh
became a
Lord,
trainer.
oh Lord, come on, seafood,
Real
Jesus.
talk. His mother brought him to me. Said my son is be always acting up. He beats up everybody. He feels like he has. In order for somebody to train him, he has to spar the coach. So I was like, bring him down. I'll humble him. He came there. You gonna be my trainer. You gonna be. Yo, I beat him up. Real talk. We need to get him on the line one day. Telling you, bro.
Yeah, if I can, yeah, I definitely would like to get him on and just to have him on. I'm gonna get Price up. I'm gonna get Price up here too because I wanted to get Price before the fight, but I waited too long. So when he arrives back home, whenever I can get up with him, whether if he's at Hellgate or Cops and Kids, I'm definitely gonna get him on to
He's definitely
speak
gonna come
about
back to
that.
help me. He gotta get that get back over there. You know what I'm
When is he
saying?
when is he expected to come back? I mean to
I
Hellgate.
don't. I honestly don't know because I don't know if they want him to take time off because of this fight he just recently had. So I
Oh
don't know what
well,
his
I mean
obligations are. But
yeah, that's understandable. Take some
yeah,
days off.
but that day I told you to
And it's
come down.
Christmas
The day
break.
I told you to come down, that's when he was there because I didn't know he was going to be there. I just pulled up, he was
Oh,
there, and you didn't come. And I was like, "Yo, he
oh,
he was there already sparring."
oh, damn it. And it's
Yeah,
Christmas week too, so yeah, he might not. It might be
yeah, he might
quiet.
be. Yeah, he might be chilling right now. But
Might be quiet. Yeah.
like I said, bro, it just like I said, I like what I'm seeing in the game. It's just changing figureheads now. in terms of faces that we're used to seeing for years, and now the new regime is coming in. The new up and comings is coming in. That's what's up, and I really want to see a lot of good productions as far as it, because again, I don't trust the American promoters or some of them that come across these who have high opinions of certain fighters who they count out. You know what I'm saying? And so some of these guys still got life in them, man. Give them a shot.
What
Give
would
them
you
a
like to see?
shot.
What would you like to see happen more with these fighters?
Honestly, I would really like to see women get more 3 minute round fights instead of two. I think 2 minute round fights is keep that in the amateurs, and it's too much of a rush thing. I think they're doing that because of agenda, but I don't think, because I know some girls who fight better than most men and do rounds, and that's crazy to me. But I like the fact that women are getting the platform of fighting 3 minute rounds because Amanda started all that. And I
Right.
like the fact that she's promoting it now that she's a promoter as well. So I really hope more fights will happen at that juncture and that level. I don't know what the money situation will be like with that, but I think you get to see more better fights. I think Clarissa Shields will have more knockouts if she fought 3 minute round fights. That's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Um.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Shout out to Carissa. Shout outs to her, man. I'm I like what she got going on.
Yeah.
Um. She her fight coming up. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, listen, her and French on Cruz, I think it's gonna be better than the first one because French on got better. And I would love to see the step up now between her. I don't think it's gonna be as one sided as people may think, because French on does bring the game. Like she shot me beating Shadeja Green. So now, she's definitely one of my top 10
Um.
to watch.
When I watched them at the face off, because the face off, it was great because it wasn't a big space we were at. We were close enough to the stage, and I'm looking at the size difference, and I'm looking like, I said, "Damn!" I said, "She looks a little." I said, Carissa look a little huge. You look
Yeah,
at Carissa's
she's
shoulders.
a big chick.
When
I
you
met
look
her
at
in
her
the garden.
shoulders, I'm like, God,
Yeah,
dog.
she's a big chick. I met her in the garden years ago. Yo, she's a big chick. I'm not gonna
And
front. I
even
was like, damn.
when she came to Gleason's to spar before that last not spar, when she came to do her media workout, and I got to see how I said, yo, I said this girl thick. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at her arms like, man,
Right.
listen, you don't want to fight that.
Yeah, yeah. She's a big chick, and I give her. She got. Like I said, I wish her well, even though sometimes she's a little extra on the stuff that she say. But you got to give her respect because she came
I
a
think
long way.
nowadays everybody's extra, man. I think everybody I don't know, man. A lot of these people be extra. Sometimes I'll be like, you didn't have to say that, but like I said, once that camera's on you, it is what it is, man. You just got to be. People just got to control what they say. And don't think that they're saying stuff that the fans want to hear. If you
No, no,
say
no. I
stuff
don't mean
that,
extra in a bad way. I mean extra in a good way. But people don't understand the climate change that she's going through because she's just getting her just due now. You know what I'm saying? She's
yeah,
been there for a
she
minute.
got the deal. She got the deal. The 8 million. I'm happy. I'm happy for it because what we have in front of us is an African American sister that's doing great things that some men can't even accomplish. And I don't think a lot of people pay attention to that. So it's beautiful, and to see that Franchon is going to get a good payday too. That's the good thing too. I'm glad that she's letting her sister because they're friends in real life. So for her to get that opportunity, because the first time it was nothing, right? But this time, and that's what it's all about. Getting together. Why is it that these women can get like what's so crazy, Stephen? You got these women that'll get together and say, she's cool, that's my sister, I love her, but I'm gonna beat her ass Saturday night. And then you got these fellas like, yo, that's my brother, man. Me and him will never fight.
Well, I could understand that rivalry. I mean, not rivalry, um, respect, because I wouldn't want to see Keyshawn and Shakur fight either.
No?
Because I don't think they need to fight each other to make great history. Just like I never wanted to see, I still don't want to see when people ask me this question often, Boots and Crawford. I never want to see them fight each other.
Well, people, yeah, for anybody that's still on that, let it go. Let it go. That man, he done rolled off in the sunset. Boots is waiting for the next body, which is hopefully is either Virgil or somebody at 54. Let it go. When people get into that conversation, I go, y'all still on that? Coming up in my house telling me how you want to let it go. God damn it. The man done retired. He done went on. He's 42-0. I hope he goes on and do some great things. Maybe have his own promotional company. Whatever he decides to do, I'm happy for Crawford. I'm glad that we got all these great fighters, especially these black fighters, going on to do great things, and you still got people that's not satisfied with their careers. I don't understand that. Right. Or his career would have been great if it would have been, it would have been great if Boots would have been on there. Says who? Because now if he'd have went out there and demolished Boots, the first thing y'all would have said is Boots ain't who we thought he was. Right. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I don't understand who these people think that they talking to.
As a fan of the game, you would love to see that type of style matchup. But honestly, I don't want to see it because I have so much respect for these two black men. And I got a lot of respect for Bomac. And that's the reason why I don't want to see it. Because I'm like, yo, let him go out the way he want to go out, man. I mean, I understand Boots calling him, like, wants to fight him and stuff like that, but you don't need him.
They said the same thing when Virgil Ortiz was calling out Crawford. Now all of a sudden the next day everybody, yo, man, you heard Virgil calling Crawford out? Yo, we gonna get Virgil and Crawford next. I'm like, says who?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Says who?
Listen.
And I think this was just after or before when Virgil was having issues with weight. Because at one time Virgil went up to like 163 pounds.
Yeah, but remember, most fighters go to lesser weight classes to dominate, to become that name, and then they go back up. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the case with Errol Spence. Crawford's been like that. A lot of fighters been like that for years, right?
Yeah.
Which I understand the business aspect of it, of being a weight bully. I get it, right? Yeah. But now a lot of stuff is starting to surface now that people want to start to fight in their natural habitats. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be. I mean, keep it competitive. I mean, some guys you can't beat. I get it, but I don't knock them for doing it. But it's just unhealthy as you get older. You know what I'm saying? So you have to really consider those type of things. But like I said, I guess what's the next big fight that's coming up? You said, is it?
We got well, it's not a big fight, but Inoue is fighting. I think Inoue is fighting Wednesday. He's fighting the 27th Saturday.
Is he fighting in the United States?
No, he's not.
No, then he's not. He's still in steroid jurisdiction. No, anybody that got to be protected by their country because I ain't rocking.
That's why I'm not sold on him.
Mm-hmm.
I respect it is what it is, but I'm not really sold on him. But people are gonna jump on the bandwagon. Were you crazy? You just a hater, man. You're just a hater. You hate him because he's Japanese and all this other kind of stuff. Ain't nobody hating. I'm not down. I
like Inoue. I think Inoue's a dope fighter.
I like him too, but I'm just not.
But he cheats.
I'm not head over heels over these fighters like some of these people are.
No, it
has nothing to do with where he's from. Because there's some fighters right here in the United States. I'm not sold on them either.
Yeah. But anyway, can't fight though. I give him his props. He really can't fight, but he's just on the juice. I don't like guys that's on the juice. But he's an example. To me, he's an example. I was saying this to one of the young guns in the gym. He's an example of his practice being the same as his performance. He's the exact replica of the way he trains is the way he fights. Like I love that about him. Because some guys have different personalities. They get too emotional. They become different dudes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I had an argument with Dr. Mike.
He's the Japanese Ivan Drago.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He's nice, but how nice
No,
is
he
he with
is.
the
He is.
juice without the juice? That's what I want to know.
I mean, we're gonna see what happens. Eventually, as the time go on, we're gonna see what happens with him in 2026. I'm gonna get up Saturday morning to watch him. Since it is a Saturday, thank God, because usually he would fight on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm like, bro, ain't nobody trying to get up. People got places to go. So thank God it's a Saturday, and they probably did that because they know people got to get up and go places. So being that it's a Saturday, I will tune into that. But there's no really no other big fights. I think once Anyway come, that's it. Um,
Right.
there's nothing really happening, for what I know, until January 10th at the Barclay. But that's
Who?
Matias and Smith. But I mean,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And then
I want.
You got Shakur and Lopez. So which everybody's waiting on that. So yeah.
Shakur,
So
yes. I like to see Africa fight Matias. I would like to see that fight.
well, I know
I don't know if
Africa.
they're gonna have it.
He's fighting on the Shakur card, right?
Oh, is he? But who's he fighting against though?
Jermaine Ortiz,
Oh, right. I think that's a good fight, but
which I
I
didn't
don't
know
think.
that's what he was doing until I found. I said, "Oh, that's why he was at the." I said, "Okay, it makes sense now."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Africa. I don't know if Jermaine Ortiz could beat Africa because I don't think he has really good power. But I would
Listen,
like to see it though.
no matter what happens, they're gonna sit there and talk about him anyway. Africa, they're
No,
gonna.
listen.
They're
I
not
like to
fighting.
see Africa
They're
really
not
get
fighting no
chance.
good opponents. Because, like I said, people really want you in fights where they want to see you get your ass whipped. Like people will sit there and say, "No, I don't want you to get your ass whipped. I want you to fight somebody that's actually going to fight you back and make the fight competitive." But a lot of time, these fans want to see you get your ass whipped.
Right.
Play
Right.
crew. Don't forget to tell. Yeah. For real, because a lot of these fans, sometimes, or these people in boxing, they build up a hatred. They
Right.
build up this hatred where it's like you don't know them personally, they don't know you, but they don't know you, but all they know is that they want to see you lose. It's kind of like in real life, even with people like me and you, people might not know us personally, but they might have heard about us, or they see us on these lives and they go, man, I don't know, but I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't like them. I don't care about them, and I don't want to see them successful. It's just that's how it is. But yeah, he's fighting the 30. He's fighting the 31st, which it makes it. I don't know about everybody else on the card. I'm waiting for them. I'm just waiting for them to finish doing the card so they can put the credentials out, and I can put my name on it. If I can get a ticket for me and Tiff, cool. But I'm still gonna throw my name in for a credential, man. I'm definitely gonna do that because that's not something I could watch from at home. I gotta be in the building because I don't like listen to the commentators. Sometimes they piss me off. Like they be
Yeah.
saying some shit, and I be like, bro, come on, man. What are you talking about, man? I'm like,
Right.
stop hating and just goddamn it, just you know what I mean. But it is what it is. Sequel, when you coming with your channel, man? When we gonna see you start doing some lives, man? I think a lot of people have been
Listen,
interested in seeing.
I must tell you, like what Doctor Mike asked me. Um, I have to make sure that I have to line up the 3 interviews that they can go back to back in terms of the time frames I want to release it. So I can't just do one and then don't have the other two lined up.
Oh, okay,
So I have to
that
do it
makes
that
sense.
way.
That
So there's
makes
a
sense.
follow up. You know what I'm saying? Because
Nah, that makes sense.
I'm doing it a little bit different, but at the same time is I've lined up 2 of the people, but the time frame for to get the other interview is taking forever because of they're really busy.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping maybe I can sneak in an interview with Amanda while I'm in Puerto Rico. So I don't know. I gotta see how that's gonna work. But it's they're not ones that I really was thinking of interviewing, but because they're my friends. But I might put them on the list only because I want to launch this already.
Yo, does Eric have any Hellgate merch over there?
Yes, he does. He has the black shirt with the symbol on it, and he has the other one with the gloves that say Hellgate on it, the white shirt.
So he hasn't came out with no I don't know if he's doing it. Has he came out with any hoodies or he's not doing that?
Now, that's a good question. I'm not sure if he has the hoodies yet, but I know that um, I know he has the t-shirts and stuff. But I have to ask him about that. I think I'm the only one that has all that stuff. The shirts, the tank tops, the t-shirts, and the
Yeah,
sweat
because
and
I was telling Tiff, I said, yeah, I think next year I'm gonna be over there a lot just for the simple fact because of the atmosphere, and you guys are gonna get a lot of work over there. I mean, you're getting it now, but next year is really gonna be. I'm talking about when the weather gets warm, it's
thank
gonna
you,
be
Roberto.
ridiculous. It's gonna be ridiculous in that gym for the summer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Listen, I look even when I launch the channel that I'm gonna do, um, I still gotta like I have like mad videos of me training people, right? But
Yeah,
I've always wanted to do podcasting or commenting or
yeah.
podcasting, but I just didn't know the angle where I want to go. Now that I know the angle I want to go with it, I haven't really spoke about it too much because it puts pressure on me to launch stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I say it to you, whatever. But I just don't harp on it too much because I have a plan of how I'm going to strategically let it out. And Rosetta, you can't be calling me no passport bro on there either.
Oh.
Rosetta, kill me with that one. Whoever made that name up, yo, kill me with that one.
I think that was Vay. I think Vay did that. It was
Yeah,
one of them. I think it was one of them that did it. But hey, it is what it is. I can't wait to get around all of them next year.
yeah.
I got something that something that I'm working on. I'm gonna tell you behind scenes that I got going that I'm gonna set up for next year. Not the day of the barbecue, but it's gonna be before it. So I got some things I'm putting together. You can't say everything online because people are
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I'm
yeah,
not. I
people
mean,
are hungry.
I'm gonna congratulate you. I'm not a hater. So
Yeah,
you know.
but I got something where it's gonna be great. I'm gonna let you know offline about what it is that I'm trying to put together. So
I'm,
I'm gonna need
I'm
some
glad.
practice.
I'm, I'm glad Rosetta changed her photo too.
You said she changed the photo.
Yeah, this photo is new, right? Her profile pic. It's good. I like this one better than the other one.
Um, well, at some point, a lot of them be changing their photos, which you get a good glimpse of what they look like. But I've had her on, the live, and I've talked to her before, so they some good sisters. They
Yeah,
some good
who's
women.
D Love? Like, who's that? I don't know who D Love is unless
Yeah,
I
D
spoke
Love.
to
Well, yeah, D Love then came through here a couple. D Love then came through a couple times. D Love then came from some other channels too. I never got to see D Love personally, but hopefully one day
her.
I will.
Is that male or female?
Yo, what's up with you, seafood?
No, I don't know. That's a versatile name. That could be
Listen,
male or female.
shit, man, I ain't calling no man D Love.
Oh,
Not me. Uh, you gotta be careful nowadays. We was talking about that a little while ago. Where we was like, yo, we used to get caught up in stuff, man. It was crazy. And then we used to find out people weren't who they said they were. We used to be mad. So I used to always say you got to be a little more careful. Um, Tomorrow Monday, man. What you got going on, Seafood? Who you going to beat up on tomorrow?
I got a full day tomorrow. I got to go train Dr. Mike again tomorrow. He wants to come in. He wants me to.
Ah,
Yeah, I think he's ready to do something soon. So we'll see how that goes.
going to get that midtown money again.
Yeah, I mean he's fought on Jake Paul card before too.
Oh, where?
Yeah, he fought two times. He fought a MMA guy that was down with Nick Diaz crew, one of Nick Diaz guys.
Okay.
This is before me, before I met him. Then he changed to coaching because he said those guys weren't that good. So now he's totally transformed now because I've been training him like a little bit over a year, and now it's time. We're in the constant sparring stage right now, so I'm just solidifying his joints. But I'm pretty sure they get him a good opponent that has some notoriety. You'll see me in the corner with him.
Oh, that's good. Well, when I
Yeah.
go down, let me know.
Yeah, everybody gonna know because I'm gonna like we haven't launched videos with him either because of he doesn't want me to air any of the performance videos yet. But
I
because he has his
understand it.
own podcast as well. Um,
No, I get it. I understand it.
yeah,
Uh,
so
I,
I
I
respect
understand it.
it, but
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Well, Seafood, we'll be doing this again tomorrow. I'm gonna wrap this up,
all right,
man.
all
Uh, Sit back, but I appreciate you. So yeah, tomorrow morning we'll be back on.
right, my
Make sure
brother.
y'all like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all know what it is. No Duck Zone Podcast. Let's go.
All right, peace.
Peace, peace.